Hey guys, coronavirus is a serious issue right now and it's spreading rapidly throughout the world. If you're a fellow Australian like me, you already know that we have recently hit stage 2 and might make our way towards stage 3. Let me quickly just check this right now, but I think stage 2 consists of the closures of registered and licensed clubs, cinemas and entertainment venues, auctions and open house inspections, amusement parks, arcades, galleries, museums, gyms, swimming pools, a lot of things. If you were working full time, you have probably been asked to work from home or being stood down, even part-timers. If you're a student like me, you probably know that universities in Australia and around the world have shut down and classes are now being taught through online learning modules. Now, I was working part-time before any of this anyway, and I still am, and I'm lucky to. Interesting thing now is though, I don't have to go to university. I don't have to wait for the breaks between my classes. I don't have to think about coming back from university, and I'm saving a lot of time in this process. If you are now working from home, you don't have to, let's say, wake up as early as you were to get to work during peak hour traffic. You don't have to worry about coming back from work during peak hour traffic also. You could literally be having a beer while working and no one could tell you off. Why am I saying all this? Well, Robert Greene, the author of 48 Laws of Power, which is a great book, came up with this idea around time. He called it dead time or a lifetime. What he means by a lifetime is that are you going to spend the time you have now during isolation to better yourself, to experiment with things, to try out new things, to build relationships, to reach out to people, to finally do that one thing that you've been just like pushing aside. You're in bed in the afternoon or during the day even. You're going back and forth on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook. That is dead time. Do you want dead time? Or are you going to use that spare time that you have in your hands to solve a puzzle, read 5 pages of a book, listen to a podcast? You should use the time that you were spending before, for example, getting to work or getting up early to get to work, and use that time slot efficiently that has flourishing aspects.
Number 1, do your bed. Now you don't have any excuses to miss out on making your bed. You are in no rush to get to work. It is the first task that needs attention.
I first learnt about this practice when I read Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life book. He says if you want to organize your psyche, start by organizing your room first. Pay attention to what needs fixing, and the bed needs fixing every day when you wake up. Make your bed. Tim Ferriss, the famous entrepreneur and the author known for the famous book The 4-Hour Work Week, also talks about this idea in his morning routine video on YouTube in his channel. He basically quotes, "You're accomplishing the first thing of the day, no matter what happens in the rest." I'm someone who likes eating more rather than cooking, but lately I have been cooking breakfast a lot. I just have a lot of time in my hands these days. Now, people always say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And for people that don't know this, the reason it's called breakfast is you're breaking the fast after sleeping overnight for hours. And it's the first thing that you put inside you during the day. Read, read, read. What's that famous saying? Readers are leaders. Just like your body needs food to sustain itself and survive, your mind needs knowledge. And books are a good way to get that knowledge, to learn about the world. If you're already reading a lot, try to keep reading now every day if you can, for a certain amount of time. And if you've never read before, try starting easy, nothing too intense like philosophy or psychology, maybe fiction. Try meditating. Meditating is just good for the soul. It teaches you skills like awareness, patience, perseverance. You can do it for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Apps like Smiling Mind is pretty cool. It's free also. It has guided meditations and programs integrated within it to bring upon feelings of relaxation.
This is a body scan meditation that will go for about 5 minutes.
Go for a walk, either with your pet or yourself. Doesn't have to be long, can be short. Walks are not just good for your cardiovascular health, but can help clear your mind and to think and get lost in nature. It is ideal for now, as some countries such as Australia have not gone in complete lockdown. If we do, please just ignore this idea. For now, just remember the 1.5 meter rule and practice that distance if you see anyone outside while you're walking. Podcasts are great also. I mean, there's an array of them everywhere. You can listen to them on YouTube, on Spotify, on iTunes podcasts. And you don't have to listen to it on your laptop always. It can be on your phone too, while doing the dishes, while having a shower.
You can find podcasts that just correlate with your interests, and there's so many different kinds of podcasts related to business, sports, science, philosophy, life, poetry, everything. We have so much accessibility. Start exercising. You can order dumbbells online if you don't have any at home. You don't really need a mat also to work out on. You don't even need dumbbells. You can do push-ups, different kinds of workouts. Everything's available on YouTube for you to check out. Exercising on a regular basis releases endorphins, serotonin, dopamine into your brain, which are the feel-good chemicals and help regulate your mood. Now, journaling is something I've been doing for 2 to 3 years now. I try to be as consistent as I can, and I do fall short sometimes. Now, I follow Tim Ferriss's 5-minute journal. I do it in the morning as soon as I wake up and before I go to sleep every night. And I really got inspired by this when I first read the Anne Frank diary, the diary of a young girl. There's this quote in it that just got to me once, and it said, "I can shake off everything as I write. My sorrows disappear, my courage is reborn." And that just hit me hard. This is an example of what I write, and it only literally takes 5 minutes. I'm grateful for the good health, the delicious food I ate today at breakfast, going for a walk yesterday and enjoying the great weather. What would make today great? If I get to exercise, if I go on another walk, if I finish editing my video, most of it at least. Daily affirmations: I am content, relaxed, focused, motivated. This is at nighttime then. 3 amazing things that happened today, and how could have I made today better? 6:30, let's say hypothetically someone wakes up to get to work. And this is before isolation, just remember. You're waking up at 6:30 to get to work at 9. That's 2.5 hours. In those 2.5 hours, you would be getting ready, having breakfast hopefully, and doing your bed. And the journey to work, so either public transport, so remember the public transport stops a lot, or driving during peak hour traffic. Making your bed approximately takes me 2 minutes. Cooking breakfast 15, reading 15, that's 15, exercising 20 minutes, journaling. Now that in total is 102 minutes or 1.7 hours. That compared to that is still really nothing. Now, I'm not saying that you should be doing all 8 of these every day. That's just crazy talk, okay? I wouldn't even do those. All I'm saying is, now that you don't have to wake up early to get to work, and people are probably sleeping in now, instead of waking up at 6:30 or 7, you can even wake up at 7:30. Wake up a bit earlier. And maybe smash out 2 of these things every day. I mean, making your bed and cooking breakfast is an exception. You should be doing that every day as you wake up anyway. But making your bed, cooking breakfast, reading and meditating on day 1. Or day 2, making your bed, cooking breakfast, going for a walk and listening to a podcast. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Please try to be as productive as you can. Take advantage of this isolation period that we have right now. Try to stay healthy. Keep sanitizing your hands. If you have any of the symptoms of cough, fever, shortness of breath, try to isolate yourself, and if symptoms get worse, go to the nearest fever clinic. Be aware of the social distancing rule, the 1.5 meters. And if you're in Australia, the Australian helpline is 1-800-020-080 for the coronavirus. I want to finish the video by saying a quote from Seneca, who's a Roman Stoic philosopher, and his quote on time. He says that it's not that we have less time, it's that we waste much of it. Thank you, guys.